You thought this was just another no jumper beef? Think again. Picture this. You're bruised, bandaged up in a hospital bed, fingers wrapped like sacred relics, while your day one homies outside begging to see you. Kevin Gates breezes in like it's MBD, but Adam22, he can't even get past the lobby. Then the streets start whispering. Your first I'm Back interview carried a $50K price tag. What twisted turn in their history unleashed this chaos? What we will watch today will make you go like, hold up, say what?
It looks like there might be some trouble in paradise with 4 Extra and No Jumper. There's been a lot of new updates we have to cover that make things look not really that promising for 4 Extra's return back to No Jumper. The first sign that the No Jumper and 4 Extra partnership was in trouble was when 4 Extra was admitted to the hospital for 7 to 10 days, and Adam22 wanted to go see 4 Extra to show love, but Adam22 was banned from coming.
Emotional damage.
Not really banned, they kind of just gave him the runaround, like, hey bro, you can't come for this reason and this reason and that reason, and he don't really want to see anybody right now. But when Adam22 looked on the internet, he's seen Kevin Gates and 4 Extra having a conversation in the hospital room.
Yo, Adam, Kev Gates got the free pass, some other ninjas slid in too, but you're locked out? That ain't bad luck, that's personal. And since when did No Jumper turn into a freelance hustle? Come on, Adam, what did you do?
And he also has multiple people in the hospital with him, so it doesn't appear that having guests over was the issue. It appears that maybe he didn't want to have Adam over, and he was upset at Adam for whatever particular reasons at that particular time that he didn't really express. The hospital visit is just one thing, but after 4 Extra left the hospital, things got a whole lot trickier with 4 Extra and No Jumper's relationship. There's an argument that can be made right now that 4 Extra is the most lit or viral person in California. However, before 4 Extra got this newfound fame and attention, 4 Extra signed a contract with No Jumper. He's a No Jumper employee. He gets paid monthly to do interviews with No Jumper. However, when 4 Extra left the hospital, 4 Extra, was kind of sending out signals to multiple outlets like, hey, I know I got this exclusive thing going on with No Jumper, but for my first interview back, if you got 50,000 for me, I'll do an interview. So when 4 Extra got released, Adam is thinking, hey, 4 Extra is out. Let's wait a couple days, a week maybe, and we back to regular programming.
Shit, I don't even know. Like, I can't even tell you that. Like,
4 Extra saying, hold on. I'm not coming back to No Jumper right away.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
All right? And I don't know when I'm coming back, but let me get my 50 bands for this interview first.
Okay, yesterday, our boy 4 Extra actually posted his return to the gram after the Grizzly hand incident that happened almost exactly a week ago. He posted a bunch of photos with him and his whole squad, his crew in the hospital, and that was kind of interesting because you get a little bit of a look at what his injuries were. But then after that, he posted another picture of him actually on the block outside, so it would appear that 4 Extra is returning to prime form. He's posted up here with
Is that Rock?
T-Rock, yeah. And then I guess this is the doctor, the way he's pointing at him, I guess maybe this is the doctor who he credits with, keeping him alive and everything. And then, yeah, we got 15 of his friends right here and everything. So
awesome. Let's go 4 Extra.
134,000 likes. Holy shit. The people are happy to see him back to earth. I mean, the things that stood out to me about this is that, number one, go back to the other one. His left hand is bandaged up as well, so it might just be like a burn. We don't really know what kind of damage might have been done. It looks like all his fingers are fine. And then when I was zooming in on it yesterday, he does have some kind of burning on his face from the fireworks.
So wait, both his hands is fucked up?
The left one is bandaged up, but his fingers seem fine. So I'm assuming it's just a burn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. So, do we have verification as far as is it true that he was in the passenger side of a car and tried to throw it out the driver's side window?
That's what everybody's saying. I still feel like maybe that could not be the situation, but that definitely explains why there isn't any video footage and everything like that. Either way, Wack told me yesterday that he had a conversation with some of 4Xtra's friends, and word on the streets is that he is shopping his return interview and that the asking price starts at $50,000.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
So I'm just gonna off rip take a step back and say the economics of No Jumper do not allow for us to pay $50,000 for an interview, especially when the foo communities and you ain't hard foos of the world are just gonna clip that and put it on the gram for everybody 5 seconds after it comes out. So I hope somebody pays him $50,000 for an interview.
CNN was cracking.
I would love to link up after the $50,000 interview happens and do a more reasonably priced piece of content if he is still interested in rejoining the team and being part of the team and everything like that.
Man, this is wild. He's fresh off the firework fallout, hands bandaged, whole crew round him for support, and the internet's cheering him on. Then all of a sudden, he's out here calling shots like, no jumper, hold up, I'm worth 50 bands. That contract you signed, apparently it's negotiable now. When did the guy who owed his viral fame to Adam22 decide to turn his first interview into a corporate bidding war?
This is where I start to get really concerned, because before today, it was never a question if 4Xtra was still a part of the No Jumper team. It was never a question if 4Xtra was coming back. Now, the way Adam is talking, he's like, well, after you get the 50K, if you still want to be a part of the team, we'll love to have you, bro.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
It feels like it's now uncertain. It feels like 4Xtra have sent some type of inkling, some messaging down the pipeline, bro, that he's not messing with No Jumper. I don't know what it is or what it could be, but if Adam is unsure, then I'm unsure, because I'm not the boss. Adam is the boss. So if Adam is unsure, because 4Xtra is an employee, he's supposed to be under contract. So there shouldn't be any question if 4Xtra is still a part of the team. It should be concrete. He's a No Jumper employee. He should be right back to doing interviews for No Jumper. But Adam seems really assured. Now, that's when everybody in the room begin to say, hold on. Are you sure y'all ain't do nothing to 4Xtra to make 4Xtra react this way? Because Adam is trying to be really optimistic. He's trying to say, you know what? Maybe 4Xtra is just trying to get, his money. Maybe his number just changed. Maybe we haven't heard from him yet because, he's still, taking time to bounce back.
I hope so.
Okay. But everybody in the room isn't so optimistic, and they sort of started, to play some seeds in Adam's head, letting him know, bro, it don't sound like 4Xtra is still messing with No Jumper, bro.
Feel some type of way? Because he's not coming to you for the first interview, and your platform literally made him who he is to even be able to be asking for 50,000. So are you like, hold on, cuz, like, we can't get the first interview? Like, I thought we was ganging them.
I mean, I think that the thing about 4Xtra is that he doesn't necessarily know this internet game as well as some of us. So I guarantee, like, when you see a picture of him with 20 dudes in the hospital room, he's probably got 20 dudes who realistically are fresh up off the block telling him what they think business-wise makes sense. And by all means, honestly, like, if he could get some very large amount of money from somebody else to do an interview, knowing that his return interview is going to be super viral,
do that shit.
I would not stop him from doing that. Our situation is a little bit more modest, a little bit more reasonable. So
I'm not saying block him. I'm saying you don't feel no type of way by him not even offering it to you. Like, hey, Adams, I'm back out.
Yeah.
I got you. Don't put it out, Adams, until I go get this bread.
Adams.
You feel me? Then you can put your shit out. But I'm going to give you the first inside scoop, and I'm going to give you some extra that I'm not going to give them.
It would be nice to be reached out to, just because, I did reach out to him. Haven't heard anything back. I went to go send him a voice note yesterday, and his text messages came up green. So I don't know exactly what that translates to.
It's wild. 4Xtra used to be No Jumper's golden boy, no questions asked. Now Adam's over here like, If you still want to be part of the fam after the bag, hit me up. I find to Adam22 probably top 3 most unique individuals I've seen in my life. And I'll just leave it at that. No extra comments on that. But bruh, is he for real or playing dumb? You can't sit here and act like you don't know what it means to be left on red. That's not business. That's a breakup letter disguised as a contract clause. And when your boss is this shook, you know the streets are gonna start cooking up rumors. Loyalty isn't negotiable, but apparently fame and favors are up for auction.
Kevin Gates went to visit him,
Yeah.
but then they said, yo, you couldn't go visit him. So is there some type of
So
friction there?
Extra is restraining from like dealing with no jumper right now?
We don't know.
Are you serious?
I don't think he's just not restrained. I
But
think he probably felt like Adam was gonna come up there and get content.
But
No, and did
come
think
to the
that,
vlog?
which I never said. Like the only person I was talking to was Lupe. I said, "Yo, would it be cool if I pulled up Monday afternoon before I go do interviews or whatever?" And she said they're not really trying to have anybody come through. And then instantly we see the picture of Kevin Gates, and we're kind of like, "Oh, okay." I'm not gonna like push the issue though, but I never said one word about like, can I pull up and do content? Can I pull up and do a vlog or whatever? Like, I didn't say anything like that.
I mean, because if we're being honest, you always showed moral support in regards to every time he was incarcerated. Like, and I don't think you ever like publicized that, did you? No, like when you would go support him at his court date.
We made a vlog about going to his court date one time, but
okay. But that's irrelevant. You gave him his platform, though.
Right.
So,
I mean, it's whatever he wants to do. Like, I look forward to having a conversation with him and talking about whatever he's been through over the past week and everything like that. But I also don't want to be the one who's like hitting him up,
pestering
bro.
him.
We got to get this content. I feel like that would be pretty
Not even
insensitive,
just like,
so.
we got to get this content, but hey, I see you back on the block. Like, what's up? Are you coming back to the building? Because he was on payroll. So from the outside looking in, it looked like it may be something there.
Some type of static.
You got denied the hospital visit. Your text turned green, and there's no talks of coming back to the building thus far. I'm keeping it a buck.
Emotional damage.
Listen, I'm in the dark. BMX 1803 said, "Oh my God, Adam, you had the guy who came to 4Extra's neighborhood with you on the podcast after one of the worst things that ever happened to 4Extra." I mean, we do a weekly podcast with Munchie B, who very much is a 4Extra detractor. King Pill, like, I mean, honestly, besides that one incident, that hasn't been like the primary narrative with him. And if anything, he kind of, let's be real, he kind of tucked his tail because everybody got on his case. Like, he saw that things were not going to work out well after he went to 4Extra's neighborhood, because somebody like me, I was supposed to go to his neighborhood with Lush to do that vlog. I was like, nah, I ain't going. You know, I think he saw doors closing in front of him in that moment.
You said the B-lister.
Yeah, but by him pulling up, acting like he was in his neighborhood looking for him, and then like he said, this happened, and then he see him back over here. You think that got something to do with him? Like, nah, he can't come up here because I'm in here fucked up.
It could have something to do
platforming
with
this weird ass nigga who acting like he looking for me in the set.
But
If I'm being honest with y'all, I understand Adam's perspective, because if you essentially say I'm not doing business with anybody that 4Extra don't like, you essentially, I don't know, bro, like carve yourself out of the market of 80% of LA, because gangs don't like each other. Gangs beef with each other. Gangs have turmoil. So if you essentially are saying, because I do business with one gang member, I now can't do business with all the other gangs that he don't like, that's not a good way to do business. But I can also 100% understand that 4Extra saying, hey, I'm not coming back to No Jumper because while I'm in the hospital, nursing, getting my hands blown off, No Jumper invited the same dude who went to my hood with a gun 2 weeks ago to talk about my hand. I can understand if 4Extra is cool off No Jumper because of that. That sounds like a good reason.
Okay, that's what I was about to say. I got it back.
Okay.
So I'm like, I think the Fade God did that. You know, everybody pray to a God that they pray to. And when you one of these fighters, unknowingly, you might be praying to these fight gods. And when you turn the Fade down, you gotta suffer a consequence.
Man, there's gotta be.
I thought about at the crib when I was faded.
You thought that it was? You think it's karma from the Fade God?
There has to be a rapper going
Fade
Fade
I'm so
God.
glad I asked you.
From the Fade God, nigga.
That is insane.
Oh my God. I mean, listen, I actually gave Munchie B credit on the news yesterday. There's a clip of me talking about this when I first came in Monday, and I said how Munchie B didn't disrespect For Extra, and then a lot of people were pointing out, no, Adam, you got that wrong. Munchie absolutely was making jokes as soon as this happened.
I don't think genuinely that Munchie went as hard as he could have. You feel me? Like,
man, this whole situation reads like a street soap opera. Kevin Gates can come in, a bunch of other dudes can come in, but Adam22, he's out in the cold, and now he's out here haggling a $50K bag like he reinvented the hustle. I'll say it again, Adam22 is easily top 3 most unique characters I've seen, no cap. But bruh, don't play dumb when you've been left on red. You set the stage for 4 extras rise, and now you're acting like you got no clue why he's testing new waters.
Lucy, stop it! Denial is a river in Egypt.
Throw in Munchie B's half-baked jokes, King Tylenol's awkward cameo, the whole Fade God karma theory. It's wild. At this point, I'm in the dark just like you, Adam. But one thing's clear. When loyalty turns into a bidding war and your day one can't get a hall pass, you know something seriously fractured. This isn't just about clout or checks. It's about respect. If you can't ride for your homie when he's down, what are you even building? In this game, your circle is everything. One wrong move and that trust evaporates. If you was 4 extra, would you chase that 50K interview or stay locked in with the squad? Hit the comments, let me know. I'll see you on the next one. Panda out.